You're listening to That Home Loan Hub. I'm Zibuni Salimova, here to make home loans and property investing simple, smart and stress-free. Let's get you closer to your property dreams. Welcome back to the episode of Conch Cares. Hey Conch!
Kia ora.
So, we've been doing some awesome mahi here for the last few weeks. We've been talking about what happens when you buy a house, the process of getting the house, and we're just breaking it down to the basics so everyday New Zealander can understand us.
Yep.
Now, in the last one, we talked about what happens when you get your pre-approval offer. There might be some conditions and what happens, in there. Now, the client has the pre-approval. They looked at the conditions. What's the next step?
Well, I thought this episode will go through start to look for a house. So that's the fun part, house hunting, and then making an offer on the property.
Mm-hmm. So they've got their pre-approval. It tells them the amount, how much they can borrow, plus the deposit, gives them an understanding of their purchase power.
Mm-hmm.
So they can go window shopping, house shopping.
That's why I said it's the fun part, house shopping.
Yeah, for some people it can be quite stressful. So what can we do to help them out in that process?
Well, I guess it's for them to work out where they want to live, the size of the house, what is a must, and then what is, a compromise. Work out, how close you want to be to work and things like that. New Zealand has some really good websites that you can jump on and have a look and, find those types of properties that you're looking for. So one obviously being Trade Me, those are the ones that people jump on, or contact your local real estate agent. Mostly agents can show, if you can't make Sunday viewings, because I think most open homes are on Sundays, agents can show you around the property after hours and things like that. I think agents are like mortgage brokers. They kind of work 24/7.
Yeah, I guess, in their mind, they're trying their best for the vendor to sell the property and to help the buyers to find the right property. So there is a bit of flexibility there. So if you do see a property and it says open home only between, 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock on a Sunday, don't be put off by that, especially if you are working on those Sundays. Do contact the agent. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. And they might find another time for you to view the property. But yeah, absolutely. I think going through the checklist, and I have prepared a handy guidebook as well a few years ago that, a lot of my clients
might need to pull that guide out again, eh?
Yeah, find it useful that it's got various checklists. It's got various, and all the steps are broken down into every single step, what happens there. So if you guys want that guide, please reach out. We'll email it out to you. If you're just tuning in and you don't know who we are, we're here to help you to make your dreams come true. So the power of our relationship with agents come into play as well, I think. And this is where, if you are using a mortgage advisor or a banker, ask them if they know any agents that they're working with. Because we know few, and we've interviewed few over the last wee while, and they talk about how they able to help the buyers because buying and navigating, I think the buying process can be very confusing.
Very daunting as well, because you're like, okay, I found this house. I really like it. What do I do next? Yeah. And
it comes up a lot because, some houses go on auction.
Yes.
Some houses go on
tender,
deadline sale, buy inquiry only. Like, what do you actually do at each of those different processes? And a lot of questions we also get is, can I put an offer on more than one property? Can I put an offer here and then pull out? Things like that. So again, this is something for you to discuss with your lawyer, and with your advisor at where you stand, what conditions you're using to buy. So our power comes in is explaining to you how the sales and purchase agreements work sometimes. I mean, the agents do that, we do that, the lawyers do that as well. So hopefully you understand what goes on the front page of the sales and purchase agreement.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of professionals around to help with that side of things. So you got the advisor, you got the agent, and then you got your lawyer to help you make that decision and submit an offer through.
Exactly. So one of the tips that we normally share is do not date the sales and purchase agreement when you're signing it, because you sign it first, you put an offer, then it goes in a normal, let's say, case outside of auctions, then it goes to the vendors. to sign. And they might take a couple of days to think about it.
Absolutely.
So if you put a date on it, then it activates your conditions. So for instance, if you put 10 working days for finance condition, because we may have to take that sales and purchase agreement to the bank and get the bank's approval. If you date the sales and purchase agreement and the vendors don't sign until a few days later, we've lost a few days straight away. Yeah. So please never ever sign the sales and purchase agreement until it's been fully signed by the vendor. Would you agree?
Never ever date the sales.
What did I say?
You said sign.
Oh dear. Yes.
Yeah.
Never
Don't
ever
date it until the vendors sign it.
Oh, at least you're listening to me. That's all right. That was a check if you guys are actually listening. So hopefully you find this one funny. Awesome. So we've covered that off. And then, okay, they signed the sales and purchase agreement. Do they sign with the lawyer? Does it go to the lawyer, or what happens next?
So if they found a house and they want to make an offer, they sign or they offer it through the agent with signing a sales and purchase agreement. The agent usually presents that sales and purchase agreement through to the vendor. The agents will actually ask who your lawyer is as well. So be sure to have a lawyer ready when you're making your offer as well. And if you need help with finding a lawyer, we also can connect you to a lawyer. Well, most advisors can connect you to a lawyer as well, or make recommendations. So can agents as well.
Yeah, or just jump in on Google, Facebook pages, etc. Ask around your local community groups. Support local if you've got any cool lawyers around. And this is, I guess, again, where our power comes in. We've got a few cool people that we work with and we recommend. And the tip here would be from my side is if you are talking to lawyers, find out upfront what the cost will be, whether they charge you for every single offer that you make to review the contract, whether they can do a package for you, where they can review a couple of properties, and then you just pay for one once it's successful. So every lawyer is different.
Yeah. And also ensure that the lawyer is a property conveyancing lawyer. There's so many different specialties of lawyers as well. So you will need a property lawyer that does conveyancing. Also just ensure, I guess this is for more complex loan applications where there's guarantees involved and stuff. Some lawyers may not be able to help with that side. So just ensure that they can do guarantees as well if there is a guarantee related to your property purchase.
Yeah, and the recent one we had, which was really interesting, is the client doesn't have any cash saved for the deposit to go on when they have to go on conditional, and we're going to cover this off a little bit later. What you put on the sales and purchase agreement down as a deposit is part of your deposit for the bank application.
Yes.
Okay, it's not separate, it's part of it.
Yeah.
But if you don't have any cash saved up and you're fully relying on your KiwiSaver as a deposit, this is where it gets a bit trickier, because some lawyers can withdraw your KiwiSaver earlier to use as a deposit and some would not.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that? Yeah, because the lawyers actually have to give their own undertakings to KiwiSaver that they will keep your money safe.
Correct.
So if your KiwiSaver goes walkabout and your lawyer has, done something about it, then the lawyer will get into big trouble with KiwiSaver providers.
Yeah.
So that's why some lawyers don't like giving those undertakings and using your KiwiSaver as a deposit. So very, very important to note that down and maybe review. And I think I did talk to maybe some of the lawyers. We've done some episodes about KiwiSaver. So yeah, would pay back, to look back and review some of those episodes. But so the pros of putting an offer would be?
Pro of putting in an offer is securing a house. You found a house that you love and you really want to buy it.
And the vendors agreed to sell it to you. So the contract becomes under offer.
Yes.
And this is where we go back to the bank and we get a conditional approval for that particular property. So do we want to cover about the conditional approval? So now you're moving from pre-approval to conditional approval for that particular property. And what that means is that you found the property, you put an offer, it's under offer, and we order valuation for you using the platforms. So I'm just recapping what we've just talked about. And the negative side, I guess, to it is that if for some reason valuation does come back and it's not satisfactory, it's not sitting where the bank needs it to be sitting, then the problem with that is the bank may decline that approval.
Yeah.
So just make sure you're aware of it, that you're not just, having a heartbreak in that moment.
Well, it is a possibility, but
Rarely happens.
Yeah, rarely happens. I don't think I've actually seen it happen yet.
But we always put
Yeah,
disclosure
yeah.
around it to make sure that people are aware that it may happen. Because if you're buying something at 650,000 and valuation came back at 600, then the bank may turn around and say, look, you're overspending.
Yeah. And the bank will use the lower of value as well.
Exactly. So that's it. That's us for today. And we will be back with the next episode on what happens once you've satisfied all the conditions and you've gone unconditional. Stay tuned.
Thank you. Bye.
And that's a wrap on That Home Loan Hub. Don't forget to hit subscribe and join me next time for more property tips and tricks. Your next smart move starts here.